what is the right diet for me? Oh my goodness, how many diets are there in the world right now? I think it's almost like a marriage. What is your goal? Did you know what is the number one question that I get asked all the time when I see my clients for one-on-one? And that is, what is the right diet for me, Sosan? And today we will talk about that. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Sosan. I'm a dietitian, certified diabetes educator, and I'm here to tell you more about nutrition, about health, and about lifestyle changes, because I truly believe that if you are willing to incorporate these changes into your life to make it a healthy lifestyle, you will truly able to live the lifestyle that you want, and the most important, the healthiest you in the future. So for that, let's talk about the healthiest diet or the best diet for me. The truth is, there is no one right diet for everyone. You know the saying, there's no one size fits all? That applies to your diet because we're different. What works for me does not necessarily works for you. What's my goal is not necessarily your goal. So I will start off asking you a few questions. Number one, what is your goal? Because your goal will determine maybe which diet works better for you. So is your goal about losing weight? Is your goal about gaining muscle and increasing performance? Is your goal about reducing pain and inflammation? Or is your goal about reducing blood sugar? And the list goes on. So what is your goal? Number two, it's what is your preference? Because we're all different. For me, I love salad, but I don't know many people who love as much salad as I do or willing to eat salad for a long time. So you need to know what's your preference, because the more you know yourself, the more you know what will work for you. Number three is what's your genetic makeup. I have a strong family history of diabetes. So for me, anything that revolves about managing my blood sugar is something that is utmost important to me. But what if you have a family history that is more on cancer? Maybe there's something that you need to kind of consider that, right? So number three is your genetic makeup. Number four, where do you live? Because if you live in a hot area or you live in a cold area, food preferences and food accessibility might also change. And number five, your cooking skills. If you don't know how to cook, maybe certain eating habit may be a little bit hard. And if you know how to cook, maybe you're able to make certain recipes. So that also, and actually, I just remember number six. What's number six? Number six is, oh shoot, I don't remember what number six is. Number six is your budget. If you have a very limited budget, maybe certain lifestyle could be very challenging for you. So we need to balance it out, because it doesn't make sense to try to maintain a certain lifestyle and actually feeling stressed every day because of your budget. So those are the 6 things that you need to consider before determining what is the right diet for you. Now let's talk about diet. Oh my goodness, how many diets are there in the world right now? Obviously, the most popular one is keto. There is the intermittent fasting, or a lot of people combine keto and intermittent fasting. And there's the low carb. One is low sugar. You know, low carb and low sugar could be a very different diet. Then there is a plant-based diet. There is a fruit-only diet. There is a raw food diet. Oh my goodness, isn't the list goes on? And how about the Mediterranean diet, or the classic DASH diet, right? Which is often recommended for people with high blood pressure. It doesn't matter which diet it is. There's something that I always think is very important when you're looking at the diet. If the first thing you look at is that, oh, I cannot do this, there's no way I can maintain this for life, then my answer to you, don't do it. Because what is a diet? A lot of people think, okay, I just follow for 3 months, 6 months, get my result, then I stop. Well, I have to break the bad news, because when you stop, you go back to where you were. When you follow this eating pattern, this is the eating pattern that you will follow for life. I think it's almost like a marriage, right? You're not going to say, hey, I'll go marry this person for 3 months, 6 months, and see what happens. No. When you decide to marry that person, you're thinking for life. If there's something about this person that you don't think is forever, then my suggestion is don't even commit. It just doesn't make sense. Starting a relationship or starting a diet is the easy part. Maintaining a relationship or maintaining the diet is the hard part. I'm talking about maintaining. I'm not talking about starting, because anybody can start a diet. That's why a lot of people start, stop, start, stop, start, stop with different diet. And at the end of the year, they are back to where they are. If worse, they actually create more health issues because they actually sabotage the body doing very extreme fad diet. And that's what I don't want from you. And that's why this channel is really to break it down, reasonable explanation so that you understand and make these informed choices. I want you to be smart about your decision so that when you make that and you feel good about it, you can maintain it so that you can benefit for life. When you look at these diets, I think the most basic things that we need to look out for is, doesn't matter whether you're doing plant-based diet, whether you're doing a carnivore diet or a keto diet or a raw food diet, the most important is that you choose as wholesome as possible. I'm sure all these diets has one thing in common is I don't believe processed food in any form. It doesn't matter if that is a keto processed food or a gluten-free processed food or a plant-based processed food, is still processed food. Because a lot of people say, hey, I'm plant-based right now so I can eat my french fries. I said, no, it doesn't matter you're plant-based or not plant-based. French fries is never a good choice. It's okay to eat every now and then, but it's not something that you eat on a daily basis and expect to have healthy body. It doesn't work that way. So we should cut out or cut down. I shouldn't say cut out. I should say cut down on processed food as much as possible. And like me, I'm always following the basic rules of 80-20. 80% as wholesome as possible, as unprocessed as possible. Then 20% is your process, right? Is where you get able to open that bag and eat it. But that's only 20% of your lifestyle, of your eating habit. So the 80% will be wholesome, something that's picked from the ground. So what's picked from the ground? Your fruits and vegetables, as wholesome as possible. Not the veggie chips or the fruit roll-up. Or the fruit juice, but whole fruit, whole vegetable. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Then when it talk about meat, I'm talking about like real meat. Raw, real meat, not the processed meat that I'm talking about, not a lot of ham, a lot of sausage, a lot of bacon. And don't get me wrong, there is healthier option out there, but they are still cured meat. They're still processed to a certain degree. So although they have better choices, they're still processed. So can you imagine your diet that 80% is processed meat? How do you think your body will respond? Second is that you always make sure you still get your antioxidant and your nutrient, because antioxidant and nutrients are so valuable. So if you are following a keto diet, there is a healthy keto and there is the unhealthy keto. A healthy keto would still be eating those leafy green vegetables, but a leafy green vegetable is very low carbohydrate. So it does meet those requirements, and you need to eat that to reduce the risk of constipation, which is often what people complain about when they're on a keto diet. So making sure you're eating lots of leafy green. Why? Because they have high in phytonutrient, vitamins, minerals, we have fiber, like we have potassium, magnesium, and the list goes on. These are so needed. Your body, your cell need these nutrients. So in terms of fruits, obviously with keto, you will choose a low sugar fruit, which is honestly one of the best fruit that are highest in one of the nutrient is berries. So enjoy your berries, and you can still do a keto, but a healthier keto. And at the same time with plant-based, the great thing about plant-based is you will get to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. But the bad thing about plant-based is a lot of people choose the unhealthy vegan or plant-based foods, such as veggie chips, right? Or lots of rice, lots of plain pasta, or with just tomato sauce. Yes, it is plant-based, but that's not a balanced meal. Deep fry your broccoli or deep fry your cauliflower, or making what we call the buffalo cauliflower that people like to eat. Just because they are broccoli or cauliflower does not make that healthier for you. So I always say with plant-based, the source does matter as well. So aim for more fruits and vegetables, lower in processed grains and starches, especially we talk about rice, we talk about pasta. Not saying don't eat them, but eating a smaller amount. Maybe you're choosing a healthier choice. Maybe instead of white rice, try brown rice, or even better, quinoa pasta. Instead of the regular pasta, go with lentil pasta, soybean pasta, or go with quinoa pasta. These are healthier version of it and add lots of healthy fats. When it's a healthy fat, I'm not talking about cream and these what we call more man-made kind of fat, I'm talking about as natural fat as possible. Avocado are great, right? We talk about nuts and seed. We talk about hemp seed, flax seed, chia seed. Nuts is like walnut, pecan. These are so healthy for us, and our body needs them. I always say three things: is that you are what you eat, you are what you absorb, and you are what you eliminate. So if you feed your body with those nutrients that they need, and if your gut is healthy to absorb those nutrients, your liver is healthy to help you eliminate those toxins, you will feel your best. Trust your feeling. When you follow that and you don't feel your best, it's like wearing a piece of clothing that looks great on everyone but it doesn't look great on you. Don't wear it. It doesn't matter it's in trend. It doesn't matter that 100, 1,000 people look great in it. It doesn't look great on you, so don't use it. The most important is be you. Listen to you, ask yourself what you need, and from there, go with my basic wholesome 80-20 rules, and last but not least, having that balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fat, and you should be good to go. And for that, my friend, thank you for listening. And if you love this video and you have friends who are as confused as you are, please help me out and share the video so that more people are educated. And as always, I say, 食得有型，活得健康. That means you eat as nutritiously and so that you live the healthiest you. And for that, I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Did you know what is the number one question that So number 2 is what's your preference? Number 2, what's your genetic? For me, I have a, yes.
This is number 3? Or 2?
Yeah, 3.
You just said number 2, so can you do 2?
Shoot. Okay.